Thank you so much for staying with us, and do know that you can visit our website for more on your top stories and others. Just go to channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device, or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature with which you can share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. In Ogun State, the government is insisting that there is no case of monkeypox there. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Babatunde Ipaye, who confirmed this in Abeokuta, the state capital, advised residents to be calm and observe personal hygiene and also make their environment even more neater. He says proactive measures have been put in place by government to address any eventuality.
It is not unfortunate that, but what we are saying is that the case incidented for Ogun State is not a case of monkeypox, okay, and that it was we have not completed the due process of establishing a case as at the time the case was reported. So, if there was an overzealous, which is not unexpected when you have public health emergency, I mean, we will just warn the officer and take necessary precaution. But if the reporting line had been strictly followed, some of this diagnosis by exclusion will have been done.
From Ogun, let's move to Kwara State now, where the government has made it clear that 70% of its 2018 budget will focus on capital expenditure. This is according to the Senior Special Assistant to the State Governor on Media, Dr. Muideen Akorede, in Ilorin, the state capital, who explains that the decision to spend more on capital projects was to bring down the recurrent expenditure and ensure prudence in governance.
The accent for the 2018 budget will be greater reliance on internally generated revenue to ensure that the state is insulated from any challenges that may arise from drops in allocation due to global trends or to local trends in terms of the agitation for devolution. Next year, there will be renewed focus on infrastructure development. To that extent, up to 70% of the budget next year will be focused on CAPEX, that's capital expenditure, to ensure that all ongoing projects will be brought to conclusion before the end of this administration's tenure. The government will not embark on any projects without the capacity to take those projects to at least 90% completion before the end of the tenure of this administration. His Excellency also emphasized that the RAMP, which is the Rural Agricultural Empowerment Program, which is done in partnership with the World Bank, will become it will be implemented starting next year, and at the moment they are looking at the level of determining which rural roads will be covered under that scheme. There's about 400, 500 of them, but they are being finalized, and hopefully from next year those projects will be focused on.
The governor of Bayelsa State, Seriake Dixon, is unhappy about the number of projects being executed by the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, and are yet to be completed. Governor Dixon believes Bayelsa State has one of the highest numbers of abandoned projects under the commission, a trend he blames on incompetent contractors.
Bayelsa State in South Nigeria is one of the states that enjoys infrastructure projects being executed by the Niger Delta Development Commission.
They do a good job and perform to the expectations.
Sadly, the state authorities claim that Bayelsa is one of those that has a high number of abandoned projects in the region.
After their painstaking work.
The state governor, Seriake Dixon, wants the federal government to look into this, as he also warns that it won't be business as usual for contractors.
Now, with this new board, and with what we told them as a state, which is that the politicization of NDDC activities must stop. If not across the Niger Delta, it must stop at least in Bayelsa State. We don't want political jobs in NDDC anymore. The NDDC was established to support the development efforts in this region. As an interventionist agency, the NDDC was established to do the sort of things that the states and the federal and other agencies may have wanted to do, but may not have found the resources for.
This allegation comes as the investigative committee of the NDDC visits states in the region. Its chairman shares what the states should expect from members.
For the assignment that is given to us, I want to assure you that our passion and dedication is to serve the state. And we want to promise that, God willing, we will not disappoint our people and Your Excellency.
The outcome of this meeting means more work for the committee members as they continue to tour project sites in Bayelsa State to gather information on what more needs to be done to finish up work initiated by the NDDC.
A new health scheme has been launched in Cross River State. Ayade Home Health Services will allow patients to enjoy care from providers in the comfort of their homes. Hard-to-reach communities are major targets of the scheme.
I didn't even look.
A team of health workers head out to Inyong-Abati community in Odupani local government area of Cross River State to formally launch a new health scheme that does not include hospitals. The Ayade Home Care Health Service scheme aims to provide services to hard-to-reach communities across the state where doctors and other carers locate and treat patients in their homes. Inyong-Abati is the launch pad for the new scheme, and the 84-year-old community head gets to be the first beneficiary.
We don't have a health center here. Before we can get any treatment, we go to health center at Atanayom. We need to have our own here. We shall be happy to have our own here. And we have thanked Ayade for his government. He has done something to us, which we will never forget it.
Members of the community are excited about what they describe as an alien scheme that gives them comfort.
Very good. In fact, with this, because of our terrain, malaria, mosquito, we are in the water area. So we are pleading with the government not to leave us apart. From time to time, they should be coming.
I'm impressed. You see, since I came here, although I'm not from here, but I'm married here. So since I came here, this is the first time I've seen this kind of a thing, you see. So I'm happy because bringing this kind of a thing here is a big improvement.
Taking healthcare to the People's Home scheme is part of an attempt by the Cross River State government to achieve universal health coverage for all residents.
This is one of the hard-to-reach areas in Cross River State, and they are by the river. We have a lot of health concerns which we have come to solve. But what is most important is the fact that we can now take health care to them where they live. We go house by house and attend to them, and then once in a month we can do a general outreach for the entire village.
It may be an unconventional way of providing health care in Nigeria, but the Ayade administration wants to use it to show that it's truly committed to the people's welfare.
When related to the physical health that I have seen around, there's a direct correlation. Truly, I am seeing cross-riverians who are getting healthier, happier, and warmer. I'm also seeing that what used to be our major problem, is trying to take medicine to hard-to-reach areas.
It's been a long day as the team leave Inyong-Abati, promising to return to bring healthcare closer to them.
Still to come on the program, NIPOST appears to have embraced technology. It says it's a blessing and not a curse. Details in a moment. Join us again.